Condo listings right now in Kelowna hit an all-time high. As we're recording this, there are currently 760 units on the market right now for condos in Kelowna. And what's the impact that's having on the real estate market? We're going to get into that in this video. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know if you do have any other specific questions. Reach out, give me a call, text message on the real estate market, because I would love to help you out and love you guide you through it. And let me know in the comments other videos you would like to see being done on either living in Kelowna or what does talk about in the real estate market. But condo market listings have now hit an all-time high. The highest we've seen since 2014 in June, almost to the day, 10 years to the day. We're probably going to see a high inventory amount. 56 listings were on the market back in 2014, and we're now at 760. So we'll see how things shake out for the rest of the month, but the biggest impacts happening right now in the inventory aspect is the short-term rental rules. That is, have a lot of people, buyers, caution, and sellers trying to get out because they can't rent it out and make the return on investment as they previously were making on it. But what that number is only telling us is part of the story. And as we dive into it, and as we did in this weekly email there, if you do want to sign up for it, there is a link in the link tree that is linked below, and it would love to get you signed up so you get it in your inbox every Wednesday morning. Real estate market specific information coming your way. As we dove into it a little bit more, it's only telling part of the story. Economics really tells us when inventory's up, as we're seeing now, we're at an all-time high of inventory, prices should probably be coming down, but that's all dependent on how much demand there is on the marketplace. And the further we peel back some of the layers, we're seeing okay sales. We're at the all-time high of the total amount of listings, but our activity is season right now is about 30% from 2024 down from where the normal average is. So that is not horrible average to necessarily to have. And one of the impacts we are seeing, and we're seeing about 110 condo sales every month. So that's what we saw at the end of April. So things are selling, things are moving. It's not a stagnant market, but there is some sort of standoff between buyers and sellers at this moment. And some of the inventory isn't changing. We haven't seen the prices come down a great deal. Prices are actually up currently right now than they were last year. So despite having a inventory rate, buyer sentiment seems to be okay paying for a higher price. Maybe it's because fixed rates are a little bit lower right now. It's making people a little bit more affordable and getting into the housing market, especially first-time home buyers, where we're seeing take advantage right now in this marketplace right now. As there's more and more inventory, people are finding that right place and choosing to get out of renting and putting it into some vehicle, some investment that they can have as an alternative to renting. So that is what is currently seems to be driving the real estate market right now in Kelowna, especially on the condo market. 110 sales in a month. That's not super great things that are really going to tell us what type of market we're in. So that's given us 7 months of current inventory right now on the marketplace. So if nothing else changes and no new homes come on the market, but the demand stays the same, we're going to see the current inventory erode and get to zero in 7 months. And what that indicates there is a slight tick to the buyer side of things, and that's that months of inventory. Anything 0 to 4 months of inventory is normally a seller's market. Anything 4 to 6 months, I normally consider a balanced market. And 7 months of inventory right now on the market, we're in a slight titch, and we're just on the slight edge of the buyer's market. And we can see where the market is going to go and from there. But I'd consider it a relatively balanced market right now in this market. And home prices, this is the craziest thing. We haven't really seen home prices come down. They've come down slightly. The peak in 2021 reached $546,000 for the entire year of 2021. There was 1 month in June of 2021, the average sale price in that month was $682,000 for condos. That's not a single family home. It's not a townhome. That was just for condos, what the average price point went. And I get it. I'm using the average price points, not necessarily the best tool, because it all depends on what sells. You could have a bunch of $3 million penthouses sell and that's really going to impact the average price point. So we definitely want to take it a little bit with a grain of salt, but the average price point hasn't come down. It's come down slightly from the peak of 2021 at 546. We're now currently in April, it was $511,000. If you include it for the first 4 months of this year, which we've had 2 months in the $500,000 range, and a couple months, there's 2 months that were well below it, and the average price point right now working out is $494,000. So currently in the marketplace right now, we have not seen we haven't seen it translate to the average price point yet. And this is something that we don't know. It could just change on a switch, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but that's just some insight here, what we're seeing in the real estate market. So if you do have any specific questions on the condo market, any specific questions on the real estate market here in the Okanagan, also take a look at the other videos doing on townhomes and single family homes. But as we look at the real estate market on the condo side of things, and we went over that in the weekly email list. So if you do want to get information on the weekly email, stuff like this, market information directly in your inbox, there is a link in the link tree to sign up for the weekly email.